call me detective, baby. The way I am sniffing and picking up these small pieces of, evidence that Dokkan continues to leave behind. I'm telling you right now, Majin Buu Saga Celebration is happening this year. It's either worldwide Down Celebration themed or Golden Week themed. And I think it will be Golden Week themed. But let me tell you why. Because the reasons I have for this continue to, to get stacked up, basically. The most recent reason we can talk about is, when have we ever seen, and maybe this happened recently, I just forgot, I actually can't answer the question. When have we ever gotten an EZA for a dual Dokkan Festival character like Gotenks without receiving the EZA for the other character? Like, for example, right, if I go to 9th anniversary, March 2024, we can see this immediately, right? Vegito released alongside this Buu, and they both got EZAs. This always happens, right? Whenever a character releases that was part of a dual Dokkan Festival release, usually both of them both of them EZA at the same time. Another example, let's say I go to 8th anniversary, October, is it? No, I think it is September. Yeah, look at this. Tech Trunks and AGL Zamasu. If you didn't know, Tech Trunks is a Golden Week character, just like Gotenks here, okay? So you can see Zamasu, Golden Week character, Trunks, Golden Week character, and Zamasu, Golden Week character, both getting an EZ at the same time. This always happens, right? But why is it that the other half of the Gotenks banner, the other half of the dual Dokkan Fest didn't receive their EZA recently with the JP data download? For some reason, they have held this back. I don't know why, okay? That's piece of evidence number one that just recently happened. Piece of evidence number two is this. Over the last few Prime battles, the Buu one, the Buu and Bob, let me not do that. The Buu and Bobbity one released before the STR Gohan one. So the STR Gohan one for JP released 2nd of August 2021, and the Buu one released December 2020. So quite a few months behind. But guess who has their EZA? That's right. Now Buu and Bobbity, it's STR Gohan. So they have this EZA that's missing. That happens to be Majin Buu Saga related, and we have this missing in action EZA, which is weird because, again, this EZA should have released with Gotenks, because those EZAs, those dual Dokkan Festival EZAs, are usually paired together. So they purposely left this guy out, and they purposely skipped over this man's EZA. Why? Well, back-to-back things happening, I think is very interesting for Majin Buu Saga, related shenanigans. But the third one I want to talk about is this piece of evidence right here. If I go 9th anniversary, March, it is, in fact, these two EZAs here. Golden Week's is obviously not Golden Week isn't as big of a celebration as the worldwide download celebration is. So these two EZAs seem like a normal anniversary EZA, right? But it's really not. They don't just EZA worldwide download celebration characters during the anniversary. It doesn't really happen like that. LR, AGO Gohan and Incel, who EZA'd together, by the way, EZA'd before the anniversary last year. And then, you know what, we can just pull it up, right? Because I think it's definitely important to say that. And so why this year would these Majin Buu Saga related EZAs happen? Now, if this, by the way, I do expect this to come to global very soon. I don't think we're gonna wait until I really don't think we're gonna wait until global's anniversary to see both of these EZAs. But it's a start and a setup to buff the Majin Buu Saga celebration, because during Golden Week there may be so many already other EZAs like these two here and some free-to-play awakenings and stuff that I think adding these two EZAs may end up being way too much, right? So I think it's fair to say that, like, okay, they got these EZAs out of the way now, so that way when they buff Majin Buu Saga, and these EZAs maybe drop for global or whatever the case is, then the Majin Buu Saga team or category has already been buffed. They can focus on other characters during that celebration, right? That's kind of like how I'm thinking about it. Now, again, let me prove that point really quick. So let me just pull up Vegito, right? Because we'll get to every other character using Vegito here. So let's pull up, Namek Goku doesn't have his EZA, so we can't really pull up Namek Goku, right? But what we can do is, again, pull up something like, let's go here. Let me pull up AGO Gohan, again, just to prove what I'm saying instead of just yapping, right? So AGO Gohan was a worldwide download celebration character, and this character got an EZA January 12th. So this is not even anniversary, and it happened a little bit later for global during JP's anniversary. So this is not an anniversary EZA by any stretch of the imagination. Who else? I want to pull up the AGL Goku. That's what I want to pull up. The AGL worldwide download celebration Goku. Let's go to, I think Goku's family is a fair way to pull him up. All the way down to the UR. Should be like around here somewhere. Load up. Okay. Where? Here he is, right here. When did he get an EZA? Oh, so he got his EZA during August, right at the end, right before the 2021 worldwide download celebration. So again, this is another instance where a worldwide character did not get their EZA throughout anniversary. And it's not like they needed to EZA anything, because we had this 6-year anniversary LRs get their EZA. What was it, like just a week before? When did these guys EZA? When did they EZA'd? Yeah, it was basically a week and a half before. So they could have easily dropped something small, but there's really no reason why these guys EZA'd. There really isn't, unless they wanted to again buff the category now, so that way they can focus on other characters a little bit later. So that is another piece of evidence that I will throw in there. Missing EZA, and weird buff and timing for EZAs as well. If I pull up, let's say, the Majin Buu Saga category, let's see if we can find anything else, because maybe there's another piece of evidence that we just haven't really considered yet. I did not mean to group those. There we go. This year got the EZA during the 8th anniversary. We can't really, this LR dropped like almost a year ago now, so we can't really count that, to be honest. Even though, again, it was definitely, like, this was a really weird, addition to the game, because this dropped during the Kale celebration. Like, what are we doing? But look, this category has slowly been getting buffed, actually. So we had the EZA for, the LR Buu, the free-to-play LR Babidi that goes into Majin Vegeta, and then, of course, the EZA for the worldwide download celebration characters, the 8th year anniversary character. This guy, I would say, is definitely due for their EZA, and this could be an EZA, actually, for the celebration. Being that this guy's a 2020 character, and dropped literally right after these two. So maybe this guy getting an EZA during Golden Week could signify what the Dokkan Fest character itself is about. Which, to me, since they're fighting Kid Buu during this, it would make sense, since we don't have an LR Kid Buu, that this guy would get an EZA and LR Kid Buu would release for part 2. I'm telling you, bro, like, we're cooking here, man. Low-key, we're cooking here. What else? What other random buffs have we got? I mean, we definitely have received the EZA for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who isn't really part of this category, but he's standing right there. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Piccolo, kind of like a random buff, I would say. And then, some of these awakenings for these Gotenks characters and stuff, but at the end of the day, as you can see, like, it hasn't really been much, and nothing that I can really see that's like, oh my god, this is definitely a massive clue here. But I would also say this, right? Tech Ultimate Gohan. Think about it. This guy needs to get an EZA. This guy is most likely 2020 gonna get an EZA, right? So look at this, 2020. This wait, hold on. When did this character release? Hold on. 2020. Okay, hold on. So 2020, 2020, 2020. This guy is 2020. I'm telling you, man, this is gonna be a nice string of easy A's during Golden Week. So they easy A this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy, then this guy. You know, that would make for a really good World of Down Celebration batch of easy A's. And on top of that, there's no way they're gonna easy A this guy now and just completely forget about Tech Boot, right? Because if they always release these two easy A's together, there's no way they're gonna say, you know what, let's drop this easy A now and let's wait 6 months for this easy A. This guy's easy A has to be trailing very, very close. And since I'll tell you now, what's the closest celebration to right now is Golden Week. Unless the easy A is in like part 2 or something, unless the easy A is very soon. Then if they hold this easy A into the Golden Week celebration, I'm telling you right now, it's definitely Majin Buu Saga theme. Like, the signs are pointing there, man. The signs are pointing there. This is the time of the Ultimate Gohan easy A. It's going to be very, very, very hyped. I'm telling you. And again, look, I'm not saying this definitively. I obviously can't see the future, but it's interesting. It's very interesting how these little things keep happening that favor the Majin Buu Saga celebration. So, knowing that we need an LR Kid Buu, and this is the LR that fought Kid Buu, so it's like a perfect release plus a side easy A. I mean, I don't know, man. You let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Oh boy. Take care and peace.